What's up, guys? Welcome to our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about social media.
And the pros and cons.
Social media is like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Why? What are some effects of it? What are some things that we see? Those type of things. That's what we're going to be talking about in today when it comes to social media. So right off the bat, like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What do you guys think? It's both? So why do we think it's both?
Well, for me, I social media is good and bad because when I'm bored, I use social media just for it. And then sometimes it's just bad because there's too much bad things about it, like cyberbullying and people that just change themselves just for the opinion of other people.
Why is that bad to you?
Because why do you care so much what people think? It just doesn't make no sense.
Hey guys, it's me. Hey, how'd you know? But yeah, so my thing about social media is I don't like it because I don't benefit off of it, so I have a biased opinion. So my circle of friends, we don't really use social media like that, so I don't really find the great use of it. To be honest, all I see is it advertises scams, sex, violence, shows a lot of negative stuff. Obviously, there's positive stuff, but like I have to go searching for the positive stuff. But then you have to watch it for the algorithm of stuff because if you click on certain things, it might sector you off into the wrong part of the internet. So you have to be careful of how you do that, and I find that very annoying and tedious. So yeah, no. I mean, unless I'm feeling tormented and I want to see something inappropriate, like a fight or something, I don't really go on there to like, hey, a business plan. Like I find like I think of those things by myself. I can put those thoughts together by myself. I don't really look for things on the internet to help me with that.
I think I disagree with you because I feel like you do use social media. Obviously, I don't know what you do and what you're using. You do use social media and use it so you don't use social media for the right reasons. You use social media for the wrong reasons. And the wrong reasons are fights and those type of things. But who says it's a bad thing? Who says those are the bad things?
They are.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's what I mean.
You don't want to promote violence. You saying you go use it to watch fights. It's just you're literally watching what you don't like about social media.
I just want to add to that. Sorry. So for me, right? I use social media. Like I don't use social media like that. Like I'm very like low key and stuff like that. Like I have a cat account, but I don't have I've never had an Instagram. I never had an Instagram in my life. So with that being said, when I am on Instagram and stuff like that, I do like it, like certain things like the Bad Girls Club and those type of things pop up on my feed. And those are negative things to be watching. But to me, after work, like after a long day of work and stuff like that, to me, it's like distressing to watch those type of things. So I don't necessarily think it's like, it is a con. Yes, that's a con to see those things on social media. But for some people like me, I find it to be kind of like a de-stressor in a sense.
So, but how exactly does social media de-stress you? Like, what about social media is it that de-stresses you?
I feel like when I see other people's lives and like what they're doing and like just like random things, I think that helps me. Like I can kind of like tune out of my world and then tune into like a different world. I think that plays a big role in like for like in the career that I do. In the career that I do, burnout is a real thing, and I think one of the things that helped me is just going on social media. And I think the certain things, my feed is based off of things that I like and that I watch, like you mentioned. But yeah, doesn't that play a role though too? Like if you're watching all these craziness and all these slack things, like that's how your feed's gonna be, right? So that's
If you're liking it.
I don't like anything on Insta or on stuff. I just watch.
If you're liking it and like you share, like if you don't like it, if you share it with like another friend or something, I'm pretty sure that counts as the algorithm. But mostly it's if you like it, that's what's gonna start popping up on your feed all the time, or saving it, or like mostly sharing and liking it. So that's mostly how I was gonna get it. Yeah, if it's like.
I have another thing to add to like why social media is negative. I think a lot of the times as young people, so we see a lot of things on social media and we kind of interpret those things within ourselves, and we're looking at like people like, for me for example, like I'll look at girls that are like my age, like Jada Wada and Ari and those and A Boogie's. They're my age. Yeah, they're literally exactly like Ella, A Boogie's girlfriend. She's younger than me. these girls are younger than me, but they look so old, right? And like they look older, they're doing big things, whatever. They're making money. They're, they don't have to do too much. They're on vacations every day and whatever. Their bodies are done, everything like that. And for me, like obviously I learned not to look too into that, but as a young girl, and I know there's a lot of young girls that do that, they look at those type of females and they're like, you know what? Why is my life not like that? Why am I not making money at 24? Why am I not married and stuff like that? You know what I mean? So I think like in a sense, that's how social media is so like is negative. But yeah, does anyone want to go? She has, well, even before she was with like little baby, she had her own money. She did like she had money. Like her parent, like she doesn't come from like struggle or nothing like that. They weren't rich, but they had money. Yeah, like she was in she had her own businesses. She was on what's it called, Tumblr. I don't know if you guys know what Tumblr is, but like she was always on Tumblr. Like all the girls and stuff would like look at her with her new hairstyles and stuff. She sold hair, so she did a lot before she was with a what's his name, Lil Baby. I almost said A Boogie. That's embarrassing. Can you cut it out? I want to say it out loud.
On the other hand, I think social media could definitely be positive for certain groups, like maybe, for example, athletes. Me, myself, I could advertise myself on platforms like Twitter, Instagram. Maybe if the coach is looking for someone with my build, I could get a scholarship. And that's very beneficial for people's future. So I think it's definitely positive if you really look at it at a different standpoint. You don't...
Just to piggyback off what Destiny said, I think it's a con. I mean, of course, there is a plus to it, but a lot of the youths today I think social media could be a bit misleading because all you see is the glamorous side of it. Like, for instance, you see people portray the lifestyle that they live, and it's not realistic because you don't see behind the scenes the things that they have to do to get that lifestyle, and a lot of the youth feed into that, and that leads to like crimes because all they see is, okay, you know what, I can pose and take a picture and I can get that amount of money for it, and they tend to fit into that lifestyle and it's not realistic. So for me, I would say social media is a bit misleading.
Me personally, there's both pros and cons because all you can do is just follow the weird stuff you see on social media, and then you can unfollow all the weird stuff you see on social media, and then only like follow the stuff you really like all those news pages. Sometimes they're not even reliable, and sometimes if you like follow them, you're just getting their bad information, and the way you're reposting them is that you're helping spreading the bad information.
Me personally, I believe that social media is a pro. There are many good things that can be done with social media. Like, a lot of people nowadays use it as a form of entertainment. Like on YouTube, you can watch videos that relate to you. You can watch videos about things that you like, and you can watch videos on how to learn different hobbies and stuff like that. There's also the fact that on social media, you can kind of like vlog and record your life and put it onto social media to kind of have it as a digital journal that you can look back on in the future and remember all of your old memories and stuff like that. And social media also makes it easier to connect with people all around the world. Like, say if you have family or distant relatives in other parts of the world, like continents and stuff like that, it'll make it a lot easier for you to connect with them through social media.
I'm so antsy, guys. Another con that I want to add is, I think, going like piggybacking off of what almost saying that it is a positive. I also think it's negative. What was I saying? I also think it's a con because I think that youth are becoming very lazy because of social media. I think when it comes to like in the job experience and those type of things, I think everyone feels like they could be YouTubers and streamers and all these other things, and they're not being ambitious anymore or motivated to do more with themselves. So I think that in itself is making people lazier and not wanting to pursue or step out of their comfort zones and do different things. Like everyone is looking at each other and saying, oh, like this person made this amount of money off of YouTubes and TikToks and things like that. I'm going to do the same thing. I don't want to do school. I don't want to do these things. So I think a lot of youth are doing that, and a lot of people, not even just youth, people are doing that. And that's just not the case for everyone. So that's my reasoning for a con.
I disagree with what Destiny just said, because although a lot of youth are going on social media and seeing that they can become YouTubers, like the pathway to becoming an influencer on social media is not something that is easy in the slightest. I don't think that we're becoming lazy because we want to be social media influencers, because like your job although online it might seem like their jobs are easy, their jobs are a lot harder than it seems. There's a lot of things that go into their jobs behind the scenes that a lot of youth are figuring out on their own. And along with all of the positives and like the growth of these channels, you can also see firsthand the negatives of being a YouTuber and a social media influencer, which are like steering youth in like the directions that they want to go in, you know? So it's like the youth that are seeing all these things, they're deciding for themselves whether they think it's a good idea to become YouTubers or a bad idea based on what they see, because it's not just the positives that are out there on social media, which is why I personally like social media, because it's not always showing just one side of the picture.
But for most of the time, like if you go on TikTok, it looks easy for these guys because all they have to do is one stupid thing on TikTok and they all get famous. Even the people who hate them, they will say stupid things to get the comments and views. Speed, like, okay, but Speed's always saying some crazy stuff and he's doing crazy stuff to like. The reason I stopped watching Speed is because there was one time he was on this thing with a girl and he said some crazy stuff and I was like, I can't watch it no more. But he still gets famous for doing that stuff, no matter what. Like on TikTok, they know that people hate it and the people say they don't want to watch it, but they still view it and like it and send it around and they get it more views and the people just get more money off it. So it looks easy because all you have to do is something stupid on TikTok and you just blow up. Then you can make a YouTube channel or whatever and get paid from both platforms.
No, I feel like also too, like just going back to what Omo was saying, like yes, it's not easy and people have explained that it's not easy, but still like there's people are still gonna try. I see a lot of youth always say like I'm gonna take the easier way out, and that's what they think is the easier way out. And then when they realize that it's not easy, they become discouraged and they're like, I don't know what I want to do now, like I don't know what to do, and then they're just there. And I feel like before it's like I would never think to become like not just a YouTuber, but like, you know, like an influencer or like someone that just tries on different clothes and stuff like that. Like, yes, it takes time and it costs money and there's a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. But I feel like there's a lot of youth that are really just looking up to those things and those people. And they don't know that how much work and how much money and stuff like that it is to go behind the scenes. But that's what they look up to. And when they're looking up to that and stuff like that, like, they're realizing that it's not worth it. And it's actually a lot more time and money and stuff that they think, they get discouraged, they don't want to do it no more, they become lazy, they don't want to do anything. That's not everyone, but there are some people there's a lot of youth that I find that are like that.
On the other side of the coin, you can see the youth is being affected because you can see them watching these YouTubers like Speed, Kai Cenat, trying to imitate these things and looking very goofy. They have no home training or they have no manners because all they're trying to do is imitate their favorite streamer or YouTuber, which is really affecting them.
To piggyback off of what Destiny said, you could apply that same thing that you said to other careers as well. Like there's a lot of kids when they're younger, they want to be judges, they want to be lawyers, they want to be astronauts, they want to be XYZ. But then when the time comes, they realize how hard these careers actually are and end up dropping out and not wanting to pursue those careers anymore. So I feel like it's just a thing that happens with youth and isn't necessarily something directly linked with social media. But also with that point, social media has made it a lot easier for people to see certain things happening within our society because everything is documented online. So I feel like a lot of the times when we say things about youth related to social media, it's not really a direct relation, but it's just that it's more easier to see now because you have the proof right in front of you.
Social media is like I feel like there's no leaders on there. I feel like everyone just follows everyone. I don't follow people. I do my own thing, right? So I purposely don't stay with I might do a couple of dance moves there as a joke, but like Like everyone is just copying. When I go outside, it's the same stuff. Everyone's doing the same dance. Everyone's doing the same style. Yeah, everything, right? You don't have to like necessarily look for it anymore, right? So that's why I may do something different. I may want to do something that I see, but I purposely don't do it because everybody's doing it, right? So yeah, like I can't take that.
You see how like social media is just like right, and like the pro of it is that it allows us to have access to a lot of things now and to see different things and use different things to like help us whatever with whatever. But back in the day and before, obviously I'm not that old, but I know that like when there was not like social media wasn't a big thing before, like when you used to like search up different things and look for different things, and like there was like some type of like what's the word I'm thinking for, like, you know, when you used to do things like finding a job. I remember when I first was looking for a job, I used the yellow books and I would go in that whatever, I don't know, yellow pages, yeah. And I went and I looked there and whatever, and I felt so like happy, like it was like I felt like independent, like I don't know, it just felt like a different feeling because like you actually go and take the time and to search up different things and look for different things using the dictionary and things like that. Like people don't use that anymore, and I feel like it kind of just takes away, like, yes, it's a pro and it's easier and we're in this fast life and everything like that, but like I think if social media is just taking away like the joy and like the value of certain things. That's what I think.
Social media helps with it.
It is helping. Yes, it's helping like with a lot of things. It is. I'm not saying it's a negative. It's not fully negative. Like it has a lot of perks and positives.
Like, I can say the good thing.
Yeah.
I can say the only good thing is getting a job, because that's how me and Chad got a job. Like my sister had a friend because in the summer I needed a job, and we were on this app Indeed. Me and Chad, we kept applying every single time, and they never called us or nothing. We went inside to give our resumes, then they said they'll call us and never called us. Next thing you know, they have new hires every day, and then my sister goes, "Oh, Edwin, here, my friend has a friend that my friend has a job. She's looking for people." She posted on her story. She said 16 or 15 or older. So I texted her for myself, and I went there. I got the job, but that was in the summer. Months later, I come back, and then she's posting it and she needs help. So I text her and Chad said needs a job, so we just get it. But that's the only most times social media actually helped me, because Indeed counts as social media, does it?
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's like worldwide getting job. Not advertising. That's social? Yeah, that's social media. So because Indeed would send me ads like on email. It sent me an email talking about, oh, we have a new job, and I applied to it and I'd never hear from it. But the banquet hall, she was actually advertising, like she was showing the banquet hall, taking videos, like she was actually advertising the banquet hall and getting new people there, because even though they still need new people, she was still advertising well.
Yeah, bringing back to the point for like other social media pros and cons, right? I believe as there is many pros as there said for job searches for sure, but like kids trying to look for a real job, right? They never end up getting it because once they look on social media, they look up like influencers, like most notably, as mentioned before, Speed, and they try to imitate him. But I believe like he's not a good role model, because especially that one time where he apparently accidentally set his whole room on fire by shooting fireworks inside.
So like the story is, first of all, he's not even younger than me. He's almost age. No, yeah, he's almost age. He's 2005. What? Yeah, he's 17. He turned 18. 17? He turned 18 like a month ago. But the thing was, a fan and his fans are kids, like 90%, like 12-year-olds. A fan told him, light the fireworks in your house, knowing his mom is the one in there paying the bills, and she's already tired of him always cussing and doing stuff in the room. He goes and sets. It wasn't even like a normal firework. It was those ones where you light up and it shoots up like 20 at a time. It was not even it was a big match. He dropped it and just lit it up. His whole room shot up. The fire alarm come. Firefighters are coming over, and his mom's just getting mad at him. And there was even a time a year before that, his mom had kicked him out because he was doing some like he's always cussing in the house and she tells him not to or whatever, and he's just like like
Isn't he banned from?
he's been banned from Twitch for a whole. He's banned forever. He's not coming back at all because he just does like his fans are just like kids, like, and it's worse because Speed would do some like no, Aiden's not banned. He is for life, but what's it called? Speed would do a homosexual thing and it influenced the kid. The kid would do it at school. Like you'd see a video where he's doing exactly what Speed was doing on Speed, like on stream. Like Speed would like be cussing at like a little kid. You see a 12-year-old cussing at a almost a toddler, like a 3-4-year-old, and he's doing it because Speed did it. And he's saying it in the same way. Like they're cussing and all that. Like Speed is like, he has the worst fan base in 2022, this whole generation, because they're all kids. Like that kid that was outside like cursing. Like he's probably a Speed fan. Like they just curse for no reason. Like they just curse for like they're kids and they curse. Like I see that like when I go to a middle school, I see a bunch of kids just walking around here cursing, and I know some are like not even 10 yet, and they're just cursing. And then I see on his phone he's watching Speed. Like they're just bad kids now because of Speed.
Yeah, and it links back to the problem that they're all impressionable. They're all in that young age where if they see something, they're gonna try to impression it. They're gonna try to do it themselves, even if it's not a smart thing to do. They're just gonna keep on doing it. So that's the problem.
He knows what he's doing. He knows that it's media based. Like Speed knows that it's media based. Like he knows he's getting paid to do that. Like he's getting millions. He hit 10 million in like 5-6 months, 7. That's the youngest person to ever do that. Like he hit 10 mil alone on YouTube for just posting his streams on there. So he'd make a stream, and because he can't, he's banned on Twitch. So he post it on YouTube, and that hits like 4 mil in less than 5 hours. And then you just see it's just looking at like, why is everybody watching him? Because he's saying crazy shit. Like he barks at girl. It's not even that. It's not even. There was this one time. This is why I stopped watching him. He asked this girl. He's like, if we're the last 2 people on Earth, would you have sex with me to reproduce the population? She said no. He said, who's gonna stop me? Like Speed is like Speed is just. When I see him barking, like he barks at kids too. Like I remember one time he made some kid cry, like just yelling at him. I'm like, why are you making a kid cry for?
So this is the point that I want to hit on is cyberbullying. So I think when it comes to bullying and social media, it's so easy to sit behind a screen in front of a camera and just hurt people through words, through text messages, or just, it's not, I don't think you would, or well, it depends on the person, but it's just so much easier to just hurt people on social media versus in person.
But like that's kind of like what the point of social media is, because social media is just the people who make the social media apps we use, they just give all of us a platform to say or do whatever we want without having to worry about any repercussions. Like Instagram, you can threaten someone on Instagram, and the only thing Instagram will do is threaten to ban your account. Like you can't just make another one. Like they'll say, oh, if you like, let's say I block someone that's bothering me. Sure, I can block him, and they're gonna be like, oh, you can block in any other accounts they'll make. But how do you know he can't just take a laptop and make a new account off that, or a new device? Because no matter what, it's not helping me. Because at the end of the day, this guy can come back and still cyberbully. No matter if you report it or anything, Instagram deletes it. It's still there.
It's so easy. Yeah. It's just, it's not like versus.
Like they don't have anything to really do anything about, because they're not gonna shut off Instagram. Like, that's money for them. That's billions of dollars. Like cyberbullying on thing. That's what social media is.
Even when you press like this, even when you press like this person is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Even when you press like the reporting someone for bullying and stuff like that, it doesn't do anything. Their account doesn't go away. Nothing like that. Like I remember. Okay, there was this one time I had to like report an account because my phone was moving really crazy. And I tried to report her account like 100 times. Me, everyone were reporting her, pressing like, this is the like inappropriate thing, threatening, all that type of stuff. I did on that and Snapchat. Their account never got disabled until like I think like a month later.
But the worst thing when someone's account on Instagram or Snap, or like, not Snapchat, I don't know about Snapchat, but if their account if my account gets disabled on Instagram today, in like 2-3 weeks I can get it back. I could just make a complaint. Like I'll say, oh, I got reported for no reason. Like I can file, like send an email to like the Instagram like headquarters or whatever, and in a couple of weeks I'll get it back. They'll make me change my password and everything. I can just get it back. It's no investigation. They don't care. Like They do a little investigation and they'll delete your thing and that's it.
I wanted to add to the cyberbullying. On top of it being easy to get your account back after it's been reported, cyberbullying in itself is so much easier to do online, because online you don't have to see that person's face. You don't have to have the confidence to bully something. Like, you're behind a screen, you could type whatever you want and nobody's gonna know that it's you that's typing it, you know? Unless you're like a hacker or something, but who really is? And on top of that, when you are cyberbullying online, when you're like face to face, you have to worry about what that person's gonna say about you back. But online, nobody really knows who you are. So even if all of you, like, nobody knows any of your insecurities, you don't have to worry about getting hurt back because the person that you're bullying doesn't know you.
Exactly. Bringing back to the point is like sometimes like when you post videos on TikTok or whatever, you'll see these accounts that are posting hate comments. Like you go to the profile and you see what is there. Zero. Yeah, exactly. 0 posters, 0 followers, zero following, and then no posters. And then they're posting all these hate comments and stuff like that because they know, like, if they use the real account, they would obviously get roasted back. Because, like, how you look behind the keyboard, you're just a keyboard warrior. You're nothing.
Has anyone had their identity stolen? I have.
I have my account stolen. I don't think it's the same.
Oh yeah, I have.
I remember one time I was sleeping. I woke up and my sister sent me someone tried to add my sister, and it was my face, my name, and like some screenshotted pictures like that I posted on like my Snapchat or something like that. And it was so scary. I'm like, what the hell? Like someone actually like tried to like be me, and they try to follow people who like they think that like that I know. And yeah, that was really weird. On Instagram, I don't even have an Instagram.
I also had the same thing happen to me. Someone made a fake account with my full name, but the thing I found funny the most is that they spelled my last name wrong, and they had the audacity to go talk shit to other people online, and I got the flack for it. This is when I was a little kid, but still, I was still flabbergasted. I didn't know what to think. There's someone impersonating me, and they spelled my name wrong. Like, come on.
There's a lot of bad things like on social media, like especially with what's it called, like on social media. It's not even like I'm saying like bad influence. There's some people in the comments that are just weird, like dudes. Like when a girl would post and you see the comments, like the model Ask Cash, like you see in her comments, like it just be weird people saying weird things. Like how you gonna sit there and call a grown woman mommy and you don't even know her, or like you'll be in the comments just begging for one night with her, like. She has to report the accounts. Like she really be saying, like she be complaining on her story talking about how she has to report the accounts. And then there's sometimes dudes be just saying, like they just be bothering, like they be saying weird stuff. Like every time my friend John, you guys know Jonathan, he'd send me the screenshots of what they be saying on the comments, and it'd be weird stuff. And then I'd be like, don't show me the comments anymore, because I just don't want to see it. Like it's to the point where there was one time, like 1 month, I just unfollowed her as I didn't want to see the comments. Because the comments are just fresh. The first thing, there's no you look nice, none of that. It's just straight dudes being weird. That's the one thing. People on social media are weird because they can't get in trouble for it. You report the account, they can get it back.
You know, I thought social media wouldn't have been this bad. Like growing up, like when it just came out, like I had Facebook, I had simple stuff. So putting your picture up didn't, it was anything until like the DMs were like a serious thing.
Instagram didn't have DMs at first.
You see what I'm saying? So like that whole DM thing. I don't remember. I just know
When my mom finally let me like have a phone or whatever, and I wanted to get Instagram, she didn't let me get it until I was like, but she didn't know Instagram was bad. So like when I got it, I was like 10, 4th grade when I got it. Like it wasn't. It wasn't. There was no. In my school, I was in middle school, and 6 dudes got suspended for some weird thing. Like they bothered a bunch of girls, and like a video got leaked, and then they all got suspended. I'm in 4th grade. These guys are in 6th. They're only 12th grade. They're only in 12th grade. Not 12th grade. They're 6. They're 12. They're 12 years old, and you're getting suspended for some weird stuff with, like. Yeah, Instagram allows it, but like. Like now, like. I only wanted Instagram. Like I only want Instagram because my older siblings had it. So I just want to do what they're doing because like it just looked cool to have. Like I had an account and I would have like 2 followers that would just be my like 2 friends, and then I didn't even use it. I didn't even use my phone. Like all I did was call my mom to tell her I was coming home or whatever, or to tell her I'm at home. That's the only time I use my like Instagram. Now I use it more, but like I'm not on it like doing what these weirdos are doing. Like I just use it like most people I have like friends, they don't have phone numbers, so I gotta text them on Instagram. So like some like I really get mad at some like these dudes have no debit cards. Like I look at you like you're 17 with no debit card. You have a debit card? He's like I got my debit card when my mom set me up with a debit card when I was 11. Like but I didn't get to have it. I had to hold it.
Yeah, I got my first debit card when I was 13.
Like my mom had to hold the debit card until like 14. Then I was able to use it.
That's good. That's good though.
She wouldn't let me touch like more than $30 on the checking. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. That's the end of the podcast. We'll see you next time.